Hello, my name is Norm Benge. I own a large trade bindery in Toronto, Canada. This week's issue about binding process is about what is called fan binding. When you produce a paperback book, historically many decades ago you used cold glue or regular hot melt glue. 25 years ago there was a new glue introduced. It's called PUR glue. Americans call it PUR glue, same thing. And the PUR glue, PUR glue is much superior to conventional hot melt perfect binding glues. Fan binding is quite unusual, but if you're binding books with single sheets, it's the most superior method by far versus the regular hot melt perfect binding glue or the PUR glue. This is a stack of blank single sheets of paper. Under normal circumstances, the spine would be run over a rougher, over a glue roller, and then the cover would be clamped on and applied. Fan binding is different. What happens with fan binding, you take the same pile of paper, you bend the paper and fan it, and so the glue is going here but up one side of the paper, and then another stage the same book is fanned this way. To use an example, what would happen is if this was a sheet of paper, instead of the glue just being on the edge, the glue would be a small fraction of an inch on this side and that side. So if somebody were to give me 1,000 books like this and ask me to PUR bind it versus fan binding, the fan binding would be several times more durable. Another example of fan binding, this is a paperback book. This is not paper, it's plastic. I could not tear it. You cannot bind this with normal glue. With fan binding, it ends up being bound very securely, very successfully. So when you have something that's a somewhat short run, weird coated paper, very classy, very expensive, and you want the thing as single sheets not to fall apart, the best bet is fan binding. Give us a call, we'll send you some samples. Thanks.